pussy.
Hello, people that are watching this video. I am here to teach you today about the glorious works of Shadowmarks. This idea was created by Melvin Mallory, which is that guy that kind of sounds like Jason Statham and looks like a pile of shit. And he wrote this book called Shadowmarks. You'll find this inside the Thieves Guild, like cistern place, whatever the fuck this place is called. And it's over here next to well, that's the way back to the Ragged Flagon. So when you're coming out here, bam, it's gonna be on your left, and it's a book called Shadowmarks, written by Delvin Mallory. So first starts out, it basically tells you blah 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 blah. These are little symbols that Delvin came up with. They're put out on door frames in front of buildings, but you can find them pretty much anywhere that a thief's been. It's the way we talk to each other without talking. Now, in real life, this idea was taken directly from homeless people. Homeless people have a actual language that is exactly like Shadowmarks that they use. Like if there's someone that outside of their home, they're known to, you know, give you food or whatever for work. They have a little sign or like a safe spot where you can rest. They have little shadow marks exactly like this. But basically they're a way for thieves to communicate with each other. The Guild. This is the first one. This means that the place is as safe as the Flagon Cistern. You won't often find this, honestly. Every now and then you'll see it. It's not very prominent. Safe. This shadow mark is for when we've scouted and found a safe way around something. Hallway without traps, or maybe a house that's already cleared out. By the way, I do not understand the difference between this one and that's danger. That's if you're about to get your ass kicked if you go that way. Escape route. I don't understand the difference between the safe and escape route. Yeah, you find yourself in jail, look for this little beauty. You can see the shadow mark and escape. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you're in jail or whatever, then that'll show you the way out. Either way, and this one is means there's something ahead or beyond the door that wants you to turn you inside out. All right, so these are not very prominent shadow marks. The ones that I think are the most useful and the ones I run into the most are near the end of the book. This one you might want to keep an eye on because you'll get your ass in trouble if you violate this one. This one means protected. Notice the interlocking rings signifying a connection between the Thieves Guild and this person. You'll find this symbol kind of like outside Maven Blackbriar's house, because she's an associate with the Thieves Guild, but she's not part of it. She's kind of protected, so don't assault them or rob them or anything. This one is a fence, person that sells stolen goods. You'll find this like in the Gray Quarter and stuff like that, near some of those douchebags that sell or they'll buy stolen goods. This one is interesting because I'll have to find in like the wiki or something like that, I'll have to find an example of these, and after I get finished with this book, I'll actually show you some clips and some examples of these shadow marks. But this one I've rarely found. I don't even remember if I have found one. I remember finding one, but I can't remember where. Point being is that there's one or two of them that I found, and they're around here somewhere, and I'll find one for you. It's basically a thieves' cache. It's a chest or something like that left by the Thieves Guild with a buttload of stuff in it that you can take for yours. And this one means loot. These are the ones that you'll find most often inside town, stuff like that. They'll have a symbol outside of a person's house, whether or not it's worth even breaking in and going in there. So if there's something like this near, that means there's shit that's worth stealing. So you'll go to like some of the nobility's houses in Whiterun, and you'll see this outside their home. I'll show you an example at the end. And this one is very important. I know of a house in Solitude that I'll show you that has a symbol. It's pretty useful. It just basically means don't break in there. There's nothing worth taking. And I think that's all the shadow symbols that there are. And so now I'll show you some examples. I guess I better take that fucking thing, just so I can refer back to it while I'm doing the clips here. Alright, so here I am outside the Blackbriar Manor. I'll take that. And this is a great example of shadow marks. They're kind of hard to see, but here one is carved into the stone right outside the Blackbriar Manor. So yeah, it's a it means this is the protected symbol. In other words, don't go in there and start stealing shit, because she is an associate of the Thieves Guild, and you'll probably get your shit fucked up. So that's just an example of one. And oh, she's right there. She was gonna see me. And here I'm outside some asshole's home in Windhelm, and here's an example of the stash one. Stash Shadowmark, which means that there are goodies inside, shitloads of them. This is an actual royalty's house, like nobility or whatever. This is Clan Shattershield. Pretty ritzy little place. Obviously there's goodies here. There's goodies over here as well. This is the Viola Giordano's house, and then right down the road, you'll often find these symbols outside like rich people's homes. The fuck's their blood everywhere? And like over here, this one should have a symbol outside of it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, these are the people that Clan Cruelty, they end up being associates to the Thieves Guild once you start doing those ambient quests and you bring the Thieves Guild to its previous power. These people end up being associates, so they're kind of under protection. And this home is, I think this is one you buy here, so I don't think it even has anything on the outside of it. Nope, it doesn't. Why is there so much blood out here? Oh yeah, I remember, there's a quest related to that house. Well anyways, now I got to show you the houses that are like shitty houses. And I'll cut to that now. Okay, I'm in Solitude now, and on my way over to the house, I actually, now that I'm looking for them, I've started to see a lot of them. Here's a one outside the Bits and Pieces. In other words, will you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to talk. There's one of those riches symbols outside of this Bits and Pieces place. In other words, that place is pretty profitable to steal from. And yeah, now that I'm looking for them, they're really popping out everywhere. It's ridiculous how many there are, actually. And the other one I was going to show you is the final one that we haven't covered yet. That's house related. And you'll see it outside of this home, right here in a barrel. That means that there's absolutely nothing fucking here. And they're right, because I've been in there, and there's nothing in there besides like potatoes and apples. Those people are pretty poor, I think. And yeah, so now I gotta find one of those guild caches. Cache. I think it's caches, but cache sounds cool. So I think I'm gonna start saying that. Yeah. Alright guys, this is a, oh wait, I better show you exactly where this is. Can I open this? Yes I can. Alright, so this is the entrance to Riften, right here, right? Woo, Riften. And over here to the right, there's this little alleyway. And back here is a perfect example of the Thieves' Cache, or cache. Right here, there's a little symbol. There's not many of these that are found out there. I was hoping there would be... Have you ever seen like the trees that are fallen over in Skyrim? I was hoping there would be a lot more like thieves' caches within those, or like tree stumps, barrels throughout the actual game. But most of them are like in Riften or in cities, and there's not much going on here. Really not much going on. So yeah, that's pretty shitty little cache there. I was hoping for like some really cool ones, but honestly, I haven't really been able to find any that were worth looking at. Alright, this is Brynjolf's stand right here in the market, and as you can see on his barrel, he has a guild symbol. In other words, he is part of the guild. This is where you go to get guild jobs if you are new to Riften. And yeah, so now I guess I'm gonna find some danger ones or something like that, some examples of those. Alright, I finally managed to track down a danger sign. This is also in the Riften marketplace. This is Grelka. She's a lady that sells fine arms, and she's kind of a warrior bitch, and she's kind of mean. But anyways, this might be a little bit hard to see. Might be my different textures I have going on here. But there is a danger sign to the bottom left of where she is. In other words, if you start stealing from her, she's probably kind of a bitch to fight. So that's a little danger sign there. And now I gotta find one that's like escape route or something like that, right? I don't know. I'll start looking around. Alright guys, I'm inside the Riften jail right here. This is the cell that you'll be occupying if you fuck up and break any laws. But there's a escape route thing right here, and apparently if you activate this broken shackle, which I don't see it, but I'm going to go ahead and quick save, just in case. I don't know what that does, but apparently that gets you out of here or something. I don't know. Point being is that that's an example of an escape route. I would have figured that it would have been like after you find your way out of your cell, it would have been like to your left over here. It would have said like, you know, escape route this way, and then these doors would have been blocked or some shit, and then escape route over here over this door or something like that, just to show you the way out so you didn't lollygag and get caught by guards in the doors over this way, or like think this is the escape. Or this is the escape or something like that. You know, I don't know. But I guess that's an example of one of the escape route symbols. Maybe it's not used the way I thought it would be, but you know, what the fuck ever. So yeah, these are the Shadowmarks guys. Yeah, hope you guys found these interesting. I'm sure a lot of people have found them already, and because they're pretty. I guess they're pretty common if you've been in the Thieves Guild and you just like reading the Skyrim books like I do, because I'm a fucking dork. But if not, you know, hopefully now you know something extra about Skyrim. So, yeah. General Sam 122 guys, and have a nice day. The fucking Dags! Dags are kicking my ass!
You're just doing this job. Why?
You're 20 gamer score away. Alright, thanks, motherfucker.
This is bullshit! Fucking bullshit!
Dude, knock it off! Knock it off! Wow!